Hello, I'm Louise-BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I've got my coffee, I've got my cards, and I'm here. Let me just go on the live and make sure it's there. And then I'll be able to look at the comments and stuff on my phone too. How are you going today? My chicken. Got my chicken too. Tearing it up. Okay, so we are Saturday, the 19th of October. I've picked out a card for today, which is really interesting because it's different for today. It's like a caveat for the guidance, for the daily read guidance. So if you haven't watched the daily read already, oh, my connection is unstable. Let me just make sure I'm on the good Wi-Fi. Yeah. So yeah, the daily read for today, Saturday, the 19th of October, just saying about, you can see that on my YouTube channel. It was saying about today being all about communicating. It's about communicating what's in our heart. It's about communicating how we feel about someone or our truth. It's like intimate communication. Also communication about business projects or something that we want to build with someone else. It's about that communication too. So all about communication today. But the card that I picked out from one of Colette Baron-Reid's decks, the Wisdom of the Oracle for today, is not for you. And this came in the protection position, so upside down. And so this is why I'm saying this is like a caveat to the daily read today. Because this one, not for you, it's all about not chasing stuff that isn't working, not chasing people that aren't in the flow, not chasing people that aren't right for you. And so it's like, yeah, the daily read says it's a day for communication, for reaching out for people, especially communicating intimately what's in your heart, what you want to do, and your true self, communicating your true self, maybe if you've been putting masks on and stuff. But this card is saying, be careful who you do that with. Because if you're chasing after something that isn't flowing or a person that isn't reciprocal, person that isn't reciprocating, maybe not making any effort or anything like that, then it's not a good time. That's not a good person to be communicating that stuff with. And so I'm feeling that this is just for some people. I'm feeling that some people, when they watch the daily read, they'll know exactly who they need to communicate with, whether it's in business or personal life, and they'll do that. But this is just for some people, that who you're thinking of communicating with, you're actually got that chasing energy and they're not for you. And so don't do it in that case. So today is also about being mindful of who you're communicating with, who you're reaching out to. Let's have a look at what Colette Baron-Reid says about this one when it's in that protection position, when it comes upside down. Don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There's nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust. Yeah, so very much a caveat on today's energy in the daily read there. Just be careful who you're reaching out to. And if you find that you're in this stuck place, if you're thinking like, well, this just removes everybody from the picture then, because things aren't flowing, then that means stop with it all, like stop reaching out, because that means that you've been in that energy for so long that that's all you've been attracting. And so you need to actually stop reaching out, settle with your own energy, get happy by yourself, and then you'll start drawing people towards you that do have that reciprocation. So yeah, just be aware today of who it is that you've been reaching out to. Pick and choose wisely, and pick and choose those that can reciprocate, those that can give you something in return. So who we got on today? Pop up a message, say hello, where are you watching from? So today's very much about communication. I'm going to go deeper into the energies, get some cards out for today. We've got take the risk and brilliant. Again, this is about communication, I'm feeling. It always feels risky when you're communicating authentically or emotionally, when you're telling someone your truth, when you're communicating intimately, telling someone your feelings, or even telling someone your ideas, brilliant ideas. So if this is the business part of it, you're wanting to create something with someone, then it feels risky to open up like that. But this is saying take that risk and communicate. Hey, Guame, Missouri. Yeah, so take that risk, communicate, especially around business stuff that you want to do with someone. Especially if it's like something you're really good at. Like this is like applying for a job or something. Is take the risk and brilliant. It's like if you're applying for the job, you've got to tell them like what you're really good at and what you want to do. You've got to toot your own horn, you know. There's nothing great about being shy about it and underplaying yourself. If you want to do something with someone, if you want to do like a business project or work for them or create something with someone, then you need to tell them what you're brilliant at and what you want to do. Again, that might seem risky because you might not be used to that. You might not be used to tooting your own horn. But I'm getting that this is very much a day of moving forward with what it is that you want to do and who it is you want to do it with. And to do that, we have to let go of the past. So we've got I am that and let go of the past. We've got to let go of the past, especially who we're thinking who we are. Who we're thinking we are. So it might be that you've still got this idea of yourself as being not brilliant, as not being great at these things, but then truly you are. And this is like also getting the feeling from this that you don't feel good enough for that to communicate what you want to do, to communicate what you want to somebody, to communicate your brilliance. So not feeling good enough, and it's about letting all that go, letting all the past go, seeing what's available to you now, moving forward with it. And in that process, it's not doubting it. So doubt cancels abundance and expansion. And so whatever it is that you want to grow in your life, whatever it is that you want to do, all about expansion of who you are. And if you're doubting that, if you're doubting that it can happen, then that really just undermines it. It like stops the energy from flowing. It's really interesting that something just popped in my head when I said that, then the energy flowing. Because I've been researching nutrition and really high level health, athletic, not just athletic, but nutrition and all kinds of things for longevity, to be really healthy, reversing aging, reversing damage that we do to our bodies from inflammatory foods or inflammatory things in our environment, like these things. And that thing that I'm recording this on, and being inside here, all the stuff that we've got in our lifestyles that are causing damage to us, and like reversing that and how we can do that. And as I'm looking into that, it's so interesting because I'm finding out that that scientists are really looking into life force now, which is less spiritual and more, they're looking more into the physical aspects of it. So how the energy actually manifests in our body that creates the life force. And so there's certain aspects of that, like negative ions and things and positive ions. But one thing that they're finding out now is that when it's called adaptability, is when there's certain things that we can do is really adaptable, and those things that we do, it's like high intensity exercises, like eating clean and stuff like that. Maybe fasting. There's all kinds of things that we can do that make our bodies really adaptable, putting ourselves under stress. Hi, Ada. Putting our bodies under stress, but good kinds of stress to make it really adaptable. And what I'm picking up from that, I'm listening to all these podcasts every day about it, and what I'm picking up from that is that it's all about energy flow. And so the more you're allowing energy to flow through your body, in and out, changing, so like putting fat on, taking fat off every single day in this state of constant flux, the body gets really good at shifting energy fast. It's like getting into this state where you stress your body out, but you're looking after it. And so cells can be created with stem cells, and they can, so it's going in and out. You know how your body recreates itself each part of the body recreates itself over so many days or months. We can speed that process up with what we do, with looking after our health and stressing our bodies in the right ways. We get that energy flowing, and there's something about that. And that's what I was picking up from that, is the doubting. It's like you put a stop on the energy. There's things that we do in our minds, because our mind plays a big part in our energy. Something we do in our minds that blocks that energy off and stops it from circulating. And so, yeah, something that I've been doing myself is, of course, the athletics, to an extreme, really. I'm working out really hard each day and sorting out my nutrition to match that. And yeah, feeling and seeing the effects of that in my skin and my eyes, especially. My eyes are just like, I don't know if you can see with this camera, really shining, really clear now. And there's not many, because a lot of what I'm talking about is going on within the cells themselves. It's like cellular healing within the cell. And as a result, there's no tests for it. Like there's no like blood test to see how you're doing with like things like autophagy and that cell repair and that energy flux and the adaptability. There's no test for that because it's within the cell. It's like it's not going out into the bloodstream or anything. It's actually within the cell. But still, you can feel the effects when you do it. What calls me today is to do a fast this weekend to help shift the stagnant energy I've been experiencing. Yeah, fasting's great. Fasting, I have used time-restricted feeding myself, which is like eating, for me, that was eating 6 hours a day. Not eating for a full 6 hours, but not eating for 18 hours. So fasting 18 hours every day. And when I did that, I lost weight very rapidly. And I still do that every now and then, but I can't do that now because I need the calories. I need to eat way more than that. I need to eat more often than that because I can't get my calories in 6 hours. And even I'm struggling getting my calories in a longer time frame than that. But I do like to do my first workout fasted. But yeah, fasting is a great idea. Sometimes I do the 24 hours or 23 hours fast. So that's like one meal a day. But again, I've got to kind of prep for that. I've got to try and put some weight on, which is very difficult. eating clean, I'm finding. When you're eating just clean foods, just single ingredient foods like meat, fruit, vegetables, carbs. I'm eating carbs. I'm eating like oats and rice noodles. It's very hard to put weight on, very hard. And so to be able to do those fasts now, I need to prepare for it by eating junk, which I really don't want to do. I really don't want to eat junk. I want to eat cleanly. Like yesterday, it was ridiculous, the amount that I ate. I had like half a block of cheese. I had so much full fat yogurt. I had 3 meals, and I was eating fruit the rest of the time. I just had to keep on eating. But yeah, fasting is a really good stressor on the body. It's a really good thing to do. Yet you can stress the body out too much if you're not fat adapted. So if your body is used to running off glucose all the time, sugar all the time, which is pretty much every kind of food that you eat, apart from fats, then it's hard to fast. You've got to teach your body first how to switch over to fat. That's what I teach in my coaching, how to do that. Hello, darling. Do you think I'll get my real estate job next week? Oh, that's exciting. Okay, still going into the energies for today, so I'll pick up on that question. So yeah, doubting yourself and doubting what you want will come to you. It just blocks that energy off. It blocks that energy cycling thing off. So for most of the year, I've been aiming for 16/8 intermittent fasting. Right now, I'm aiming for 72-hour fast. Great, yeah. I did a 24-hour fast last week or the week before, and I broke it at about 22 hours. I was freezing. I was so cold, and I was just like fantasizing about porridge with fruits, and I just my body fat just isn't high enough to do it now. And because I don't want to stop training, maybe if I had a few days stopping training, loading up, then I'd be able to fast. And I want the benefits of fasting. There's so many benefits of fasting, like stem cells, autophagy, that body cleanup that you get. It's so good. It's so good. But then the finding now that the high intensity exercise is also stimulating autophagy and all of these things too. So I think it's not necessarily only fasting that it comes from. So yeah. But good on you, gourmet. Yeah, we were never designed to eat all the time, to have food available all the time. And so it's a good thing to fast. So going back to the card, after going deeper into those energies today. So for those of you late for class, the daily read was all about reaching out. It was about communicating what's in your heart, what your feelings are to someone, like intimately, or who you really are if you've been pretending to be someone with someone, or if you're wanting to work with someone or build something with someone. Today's the day to communicate that too. But then the card that I pulled out was like a caveat to that. It's like, not for you. And it came in the upside down position. So this is about not flogging a dead horse, not reaching out, not trying to reach out to someone that's not reciprocating, or something that's not flowing. It's like, so this is just for some people I'm hearing today, is that watch out. For most people, it's like reach out to those people that you want to reach out to, do that communication. But then just think about it, are you trying to reach out to someone that's really not for you? Hey, chicken. I've got my coat on the side there from wearing it yesterday because it's raining, and she's ripping it up. Hang on. Stop it. Hey. Crazy cat. Yeah, intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is different. You're talking about time restricted feeding now. I know a lot of people get it mixed up. Is when you fast periodically. So maybe if you fast one time a week or one time a month, that's intermittent fasting. Fasting intermittently. 16-8, 18-6 is what I used to do. That's time restricted feeding. So that's restricting your feeding to certain hours of the day. Which is part of intermittent fasting, I guess. But yeah, intermittent fasting is more like doing something like having one 24-hour fast day a week, maybe 2 feast days, that kind of thing, intermittently fasting. And it's all good. It all improves adaptability, gets that energy flowing in and out of cells. So yeah, it's interesting. I find it's fascinating. I've been learning about the stuff that I've been doing for myself, especially with the exercise, and what that's actually doing within my body, the adaptability, and it's like all goes hand in hand. So it's helping my adaptability within my diet and everything, and the cells. It would be amazing if we had the tests available, but yeah, they can only test this kind of thing with biopsies. You've got to chop a bit off and have a look what's going on in the cells. So it's not very enticing. Yeah, everyone gets it mixed up. Because it's pretty new, isn't it? Like this is only becoming popular now. It's pretty new, the intermittent fasting and the time restricted feeding, but it's good stuff. It really is. And once you teach your body to become fat adapted, it's just you feel so much better. Don't have to eat all the time. You can go a day without eating, not a problem. If there's only junk available, you don't need to have it. You watch everyone else being the glucose sugar junkies, leading themselves to diabetes, needing to eat every few hours. And that's what people have been taught, that that's a good thing to do, and it's not. It's not at all. Coffee. Right, I'm going to pick my cards out for today. Yay. Play. Here is a word. This is funny because I was thinking today I should have a break from exercise today. But then I'm like, but that's my play time. It's like, that's when I go and play. Okay, maybe I need to play in a different way today. It was fun yesterday because of the rains, because we've got the monsoon here now. There wasn't many people at training, so I was training one-on-one. So there's just when there's just a few of us there. There's only 2 tourists there, the rest were locals. So I had a trainer each, and it was fun because you get to play more. So one of the girls was doing, she's fighting in Bangkok soon, not Muay Thai, trains Muay Thai, but she's fighting another martial art. So she was playing with her instructor, teaching him some of that, which was fun watching them. And then one of the trainer's kids was playing around with me and my trainer. Right. Okay. My cards for today, well, I've got move away and feel it. This is about me disconnecting from here. Disconnecting from the things I want to move away from because I've got big changes coming up in my life. I'm taking my time with it, disconnecting, especially emotionally. Right, let's do readings for you guys. What have we got? We've got Joao. Will you get the real estate job? Let's see what your higher self says about that. Okay, so this is about your journey over the next week. Because the first cards are a detachment, transformation, and then you've got cleanse and allow. So, have you ever been in a situation where someone comes along into your life? I'm going to talk about relationships now, not that it's connected to this, but it's an example that that a lot of people will understand. You're feeling ready for a relationship in your life, and someone comes along, and then it turns out that they're not for you. It's like, really straight away, very, very soon, you're not getting into a relationship. You realize that, and but it's changed your mindset. It's kind of prepared you for, and then someone else comes in, and you're ready for it then. But it's like, I don't know. It's like a carrot dangled in front of your nose to realize that dinner's on its way. It's that kind of thing. This is what I'm picking up from that. It's not that I'm getting a particular no about this job, but that maybe either this job is the carrot dangling in front of your nose for something better, or that it's just this week before you find out about it that is sorting your energy out within yourself. So maybe the doubt, it's like letting go of the doubt, cleansing whatever is stopping you from allowing that to come in. And there's doubts, you've got doubts about yourself. It's about releasing all of that. And so it could be that this job, this particular one, is the carrot dangled in front of you to get you to do this transformational work this week, because there's another one on the way. Or you do this transformational work this week, and then this job, you'll get it. And so I'm not getting a clear yes or no on that. It's very much dependent on the stuff that you do. But if you do the inner work this week to let go of this stuff, of those doubts and everything, it doesn't mean if you don't get this job, then you haven't done the work right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it could be that there's something better on its way that's more aligned with you. Anyone else want a reading? Don't forget to click like on this video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. It really is a big help when you do that. YouTube shows more people when there's more comments and likes and people watching for longer as well. I'm learning. If anyone else like a reading, just pop up a message and I'll do that for you. Is there any more questions? No. Fasting too, Kwame, it has a spiritual component to it, the mind component to it. That's because, so it actually gives us space within ourselves to reset, but also to open our minds up to things. And that's very much because our mind isn't just in our head, it's in our body too. So you might have heard that we've got a mind in our gut, and it's very much responding to what's going on in our gut. It's not, our mind isn't just us, it's picking up other things too. And so say someone that's doing the usual eating, the standard diet, eating every few hours, they are a sugar junkie, right? Whether you know it or not, you're a sugar junkie. And the sugar actually has a mind too. So the sugar in your gut has that mind. And so it's really interesting. It's like alcohol has a mind too. Alcohol in your gut has a mind too. And this is what you hear speaking when people with those addictions, whether they know they've got the addictions or not, you hear those addictions speaking, you hear that mind, the belly mind, or the body mind speaking. So say if you're fasting and you tell someone about it, now if they're a sugar junkie, if they're on this sugar roller coaster, the insulin spiking all the day, they're a sugar addict, and that what comes out of their mouth with their judgments of you doing that, their fear, it's the sugar, it's the gut mind speaking. Same with alcohol too. Have you ever given up alcohol and then been around people that drink? They try and get you to have a drink. That's not their mind. There's no reason that you would want someone else to have something that you're having. There's no logical reason about that. But it's the gut. And so when you're fasting, you're removing all of that. You're removing that gut mind from you. So it doesn't have, so you're getting more to your true conscious mind. Same too when we eat cleanly. Adapt. Hello, YL. Where are you watching from, YL? Oh, time. She's doing it again. She's trying to climb into my coat somehow. I don't know. She's tearing. I don't want it with holes in it. It's a raincoat. Okay, Adapt. I need to stop her from doing that because she's going to tie holes in it. Stop it! Leave it alone! Crazy cat. I know where you are, Adapt. I was asking YL. Okay, Adapt. Getting into what you are, who you are, right at the moment. Getting back to yourself and who you really are. Loving this process. And sometimes we have to go through things that aren't us to find out who we really are. You know, it's like I have a job, and we need to experience that job and then leave that job to find out who we really are. You know, it's like we need to experience something that we're really not, or experience something that partly we are and then a lot of what we're not, so that we know ourselves even better. So this is what yours is about. You're getting to know yourself much better. And so I just love this process that you're in at the moment, Adapt. Cool. Very good cards. Now, success, I am limitless. So you really have got so much available to you now. So much success. You've got no limitations there. So it's like what I'm picking up from this is that you tapped into success. You're asking for success in the past. And then the universe showed you how you were holding yourself back. And then you've learned from that. You've learned in this process of what it was in you that was holding you back. So you're getting to know who you really are again on a deeper level. And then this, yeah. So aspects of yourself that you've been shown were holding you back from the success that you were asking for a while ago. And that's why you've been through what you've been through. And so you're headed toward the success that you want. Cool. Like that. YL is up next. Hi, Gemini Mika. How are you? YL's next. YL. Okay, well, big changes for you, YL. You've got, you've got decisions to make of life changes now, big life changes I'm hearing. You've got to make these decisions and let go of the past. What isn't working for you anymore? What doesn't feel good for you anymore? Brave decisions to make to leave the past behind and to move forward into the future that you want, that's good for you. And so I'm very much picking up, no, don't do this for other people. Stop thinking so much about other people because no one's thinking about you. You've got to think about you and what you want in your life. There's nobody else in this world who's focused on your life more than you are. That's the way it should be, because only you know yourself. So, oh, buddy. Yeah. So now I know who you are. Big decisions to be made, Bonnie. Dawn lives on the island, everybody. She lives on the hill over there. Encouragement, make love. So this make love card, when it comes up to me, it's not about sex, it's about doing what we love. So yeah, encouraged you to do what you love. Maybe do more of what you love. Things that interest you. Maybe getting out a bit more. Maybe we should get out more. We keep on saying that, don't we? But yeah, this is encouraging you to do different stuff. Don't stay in the same patterns. Do stuff that you love. Do different things. Open up a bit more. Different things. Big decisions to make for you. Right. Who else have we got? Mehmet, how are you? Kirsten's up next. Kirsten, where are you watching from? Oh, Kirsten, how can I become unstuck? Some insight would be wonderful. Okay, Kirsten. Well, this is a direct answer to what you just asked. Oh, how can you get unstuck? By being willing to soften and open, right? So when you're stuck, it's because you're trying to force into one direction, or you're trying to make something happen. You're not flexible to go down another path, So you could be fixated on a job or fixated on someone, and then not seeing everything else that's available to you all around you. Or it could be that something has ended in your life and you've focused on that and you're not seeing everything that's available around you. It's that kind of thing. And so you just got to be willing to open yourself to see what else is available now. So if you're feeling stuck, you're focusing on the wrong thing. New Zealand. Yeah. So to get unstuck, be willing to open yourself up. Maybe stop trying to focus on the same. Oh, I keep on dropping your cards for some reason. Stop trying to focus on the same things and open up. Open up to what is available, to what is flowing. Also, Kirsten, you've got healing and play. So this is about, don't be so serious. Don't take things so seriously. Healing doesn't have to be serious either. In fact, when people try and do it the serious way, when you're looking at the problems and you're trying to heal those problems, it can get really unhealing about it, right? It can get really, you can get just further and further down that rabbit hole, further and further into the crap that you're focused on. Whereas if you lighten up and if you play, if you just have more fun, that's healing in itself. It's healing to shift your focus away from the crap. It comes to a certain point where it's not healthy anymore to look at the crap that's going on, because it just manifests more of it. That's how you get unstuck. You're welcome. Mehmet, do you want a reading? Gemini Mika's up next. What Mike thinks about me. Okay, the situation between you and Mike. Ooh, this is good. Gemini Mika, you've got flowing and perfect. So this situation with Mike, go with the flow of it, because whether they're a long-term thing for you or not, there's something in it for you. And so the perfect card comes up in relationships like this, questions about relationships, when they've either got the perfect lesson for you, or they're leading you to something that's really perfect for you, or that they're a long-term relationship for you, but there's a strong connection, or there's just something like that. There's relationships are always a success, always a success, whether you're learning a lesson, whether it's short-term or long-term, doesn't matter. I tend to think of relationships only being a success if you can stay with them forever, but that's not true. People teach us about ourselves, people lead us to things, they're always a success. And so flow with this one. So it's not so much about what he thinks about you, it's about you flowing with this. Could be that it's got something different for you than you're thinking. We talked a bit about that yesterday, and yesterday is about sometimes people mistake the feeling of attraction. So we get the feeling of attraction through the law of attraction. And so a lot of people will just mistake it for sexual attraction or romantic attraction. And so like for someone like me, Like guys will be attracted to me because I can help them in some way, but they think it's just a sexual thing and they want to be in a relationship with me. And I'm like, no, that's not what the attraction is. But a lot of people do that. They just mistake it for romantic all the time. Whereas there could be so much more. It could be an intellectual attraction. It could be an attraction on a completely different level. But people get stuck in that because they're stuck at the root chakra. So rather than operating from the crown chakra or third eye, there's like different levels. They're stuck in survival mode, just thinking about sex, just living from such a base level like that. And that's when people just get mistake the attraction that they're feeling. It could be someone's got a message for you. It could be they're leading you to all kinds of things in your life. But when you're stuck in your root chakra like that, mistake it for romance. I'm not saying that that's the case with this. Gemini Mika. But I guess your higher self was getting me to say that, so it could be. Be open to what it could be. Flow with it, because create what you resist persists. So it could be that this mic is actually doing something that will help you to open up in that same way. You know, it's like maybe Mike's an entrepreneur and you've had this idea for a business and he's going to open up that aspect of you and forward, something like that. Yeah, so flow with it. Flow with the mic thing. Gemini Mika. You're welcome, Kirsten. Matt, I need to read what reading is all about from your website. I need to read. Oh, I like to be sure that I won't ask a question that may sound silly. Okay. Oh, okay. You need to read what the reading is all about. I think I understand what you're saying, Mama. Yeah, so I've got like my guidance readings and my general readings. And so when you order a guidance reading, 3 pages long, you can choose the subject of it. So there's general, love, work, career, health, money. You can choose between those. You can choose a combination of them. And so your higher self is going to tell you what it wants to tell you anyway, but if you want to give me direction, or you can email questions for the readings too. You can also double the length, which makes it actually more than double. It makes it 7 pages long when you do that. That's an option when you buy. And then the other kind of readings where you can read all about those on my website, behealing.com. For anyone that hasn't been on my website. Kirsten, the band thing. Hi AP, how are you? Would you like a reading, AP? What's ban all about? Ben's got nice energy, about communication, warm energy. But not at your level. You're not at a level. You need to empower yourself. You're not a good match with Ben. It's got very good energy, but you're not empowered enough to be with someone like Ben. That's what I'm picking up. AP. Let's do a reading for AP. Cool. Whatever you're thinking of, AP, you're on track, go for it. And so, what have you been thinking about doing or reaching out to someone, communicating something? You're on track, go for it. Go for what you want, AP. Cool. Learning a language, okay. Cool. Yeah, go for it. And this, appreciate yourself, believe in yourself. It's like, this is what it's going to raise in you. It's like, when people are depressed and they're not doing anything, they're not doing anything productive with their life, they're just kind of sitting there at home and being entertained or something. They're not actually learning something or going trying something new out, doing something new. Then they're not appreciating themselves, and the belief in themselves isn't growing. It's like you need to do stuff to be able to do that. You give yourself little challenges, learn about something, try something new. And it's only through action, it's only through living our lives that we do that. And so, yeah, you're on track, go for it and appreciate self, believe in self. So learning this language is going to help you appreciate yourself and believe in yourself way more. And that's great advice for people as well. It's like the more you do, the more you try in life, the better you feel about yourself. And unfortunately, it's when people don't feel good about themselves that they don't do those things. It's like exercise, exercise is another one. Exercise, learning something, trying something new. You've got to do all of that stuff to make yourself feel better. But people that don't feel good don't do that stuff. Awesome. Anyone else want a reading? It is good to challenge yourself, yeah. Yeah, and again, back to what I was talking about earlier. It's about getting that energy flowing. It's like challenging yourself so you're more adaptable in every way, not just in your biology, within your body, but also your mind, opening up your mind. It's like that's why travel opens your mind up. Opens your mind up to new things, new possibilities, makes you more adaptable. Really good to challenge yourself. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to remind you all. Nick Warrior. Just going to remind you, I'll come around to you, Nick Warrior, Buddha. Good name. That I picked this card today, and so even though today's energy, today being Saturday the 19th of October, I know it isn't that day yet for you, for a lot of you, but watch out, reaching out, communicating. Just make sure it's someone that's reciprocal, that's giving you energy back, because some of you are trying to reach out and communicate with people that just aren't for you. It's like trying to move forward on something that just isn't flowing. Don't do that. Nick Warrior Buddha. Should I relocate to Colorado? Where are you now, Nick Warrior Buddha? This is a yes. This is a yes from your higher self, but it's saying meditate first. Meditate and then move. Because often we make decisions like that about moving when we're thinking about what we don't like about the place that we're in, or we're thinking we could be coming from this ego mind place, which is our subconscious mind, which is trying to protect us. But if you meditate, then you're observing that ego mind and then quieting that ego mind and able to come from more of a conscious mind. So you're choosing your thoughts yourself. So you get way more clarity. But more than that is you're allowing your higher self consciousness to come through. So it's giving space for what is even better for you to come through. So it's a good idea to meditate before you do anything. But yeah, you're getting that message. Pick up my coffee and I didn't drink any. Arizona. Oh, I like this. You need to watch yesterday's video. Right, prepare. Yesterday's video was all the Psychic Cafe, I think it was yesterday. It was all about that, and the daily read as well, was all about the perfect day exercise. Have you ever done that, Nick? Where you write down what your perfect day would be. And that gets you into, as if you've already lived it. So it's like I woke up early in the morning and then I did yoga and then I ate a delicious meal and whatever that perfect day would be for you. This is saying the same thing. It's like prepare yourself for that move, for being there by writing a story as if it's already happened. It's like I moved to Colorado and met these amazing people and everything fell into place and then I got this amazing job. Stuff like that. It gets you into this amazing energy and prepares you for it. The Abraham Hicks material talks about pre-paving, and that's what it is. It's like setting your energy at a certain place, expectation place, at a certain vibration, so that when you make that move, you're bringing it in. Yeah, it's like acting as if, but it's not really. It's pre-paving. It's like it's choosing the energy, the vibration that you want to be, and then taking action. It's really powerful. But yeah, writing it like it's already happened. So yeah, do it, but pre-pave first. That's cool, and then come back and let us know. But yeah, yesterday's daily and the daily read on YouTube and the Psychic Cafe as well. I was talking a lot about that, so you might want to watch that. Yeah, do that. That's exciting. Yeah, and come back and tell us all. Cool. Cool. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for coming along, everyone. Thanks for your likes and your subscriptions to my YouTube channel. If you know of anyone else that might enjoy a reading and get to know me and my work, then send them along to Psychic Cafe and my YouTube channel. That would be fantastic. Also, if you'd like a private reading with me, then my website, behealing.com, there's a link to my readings in the description box as well. I'm going to be recording some videos this morning. I'm going to do the week ahead readings for each star sign, so they'll be popping up on my YouTube channel sometime today. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you